Hi! Alright, so today's review is going to be off of a product, that I've actually been using for quite a while. It's the Glossier Cleanser Concentrate. It came out last year and I bought it pretty soon after it came out, so I've been using it for about a full year now. So I thought it was finally time to go ahead and do a review. Anything with actives, I usually like to try it out for quite a bit before I give my opinion, just because it can take some time to see the full effects. So yeah, if you're interested in seeing my long-term review of this product, please keep watching. Okay, so what makes it special as a face wash is that it has a blend of moisturizing, calming, and also exfoliating ingredients. And I'll talk about a little bit more about those in depth later on. It seems all the major ingredients are plant-based fruit extracts, and I think there's like a fermented something or other. And then for the actual product, it is $20. You can get it on Glossier.com, and you can also get it at their physical locations, assuming you're lucky enough to be close to one of the physical ones. So very, very easy, very accessible, of course, and it is 3.3 fluid ounces for $20, which is honestly a really good deal, especially if you're like me and only use it a few times a week instead of every day. It lasts a very, very long time. There's not a whole lot to say about it. I really do love the packaging though. It's in a glass bottle, which also made me want to buy it even more because I love that they're trying to incorporate more glass and less plastic into their packaging. It does have a little plastic top, and honestly, I don't like use it in the shower or anything, so I've had no issues with the glass. It's not slippery. It feels, especially for the $20 price tag, like it just feels really nice. Like it feels like expensive packaging, and it's very simple. I mean, this is pretty much it. There's no like lid or anything. It may have come with a plastic lid. I mean, it probably came with some sort of lid so it didn't spill. And I've had no issues with the applicator. I saw a review when I was doing my research of someone saying like liquid comes out when they don't even push it, but I haven't had that issue. So that may just be a defective lid. I have had zero issues, and honestly, I don't know. I like it, really. I wish I had more to say, but it's great, it's simple, and it looks more expensive than it is. As usual, I'm going to have the ingredients either on the screen or down below, the full list of ingredients. I don't feel knowledgeable enough to go through each ingredient and talk about it, so I'm just going to hit the highlights. The number one ingredient that I was excited about was lactic acid, because I love that personally. I've used that in other products. And then malic acid was another one that I'm not as familiar with, but I know that it seems to be in a lot of like blended products that have multiple exfoliating acids in it. And it also is good for sensitive skin, is what I've read in a few different places. It also had a few other items. Grape juice extract was listed as one of the blended exfoliants. I wanted to mention that because that was really interesting. I'm not going to really talk about it because I don't know much about that. But yeah, I thought that was unique. And then there are quite a few ingredients that have been added to the product to balance out the exfoliants that are either calming or soothing. I know one of the big moisturizing ones, and also a soothing one as well, was calendula. I've definitely used calendula gel on its own to treat eczema breakouts that I get in the past. It also has chamomile in it, and then passion fruit extract, I believe. Yes, I just checked my notes. Passion fruit extract, which was a moisturizing agent. Again, kind of like the grape juice. I'm not as familiar with that, but interesting. And then also niacinamide is in there as well, which anyone who's familiar with that is probably going to be excited because that's just so great for calming, for redness, just soothing of the skin if you're having a breakout or anything like that. Love niacinamide. Oh, and then lastly, before we move on, there is really no scent to it. Actually, I'm going to double check as well too. Yeah, there's really no discernible scent that I'm getting. It kind of just smells like an oil, like a non-scented oil. It has that kind of generic smell, which is fantastic. So I think I mentioned before, I've been using this. I bought it pretty much right after it came out last year, in April, I think April or May, I got it, and I've been using it pretty regularly since then. I was already using some exfoliants on a weekly basis, so my skin was already a little used to exfoliants. So I had a tiny bit of purging with this, maybe like a couple breakouts that went away within like a week or two. So nothing really big. And I even though I was used to it, I kind of restructured my skincare routine just to make sure I wasn't overdoing it. And I started using it just once a week for quite a few weeks and then worked my way up. And I'm now using it about 3 times a week. Sometimes I'll go down to 2 if I feel like my skin's breaking out a lot or dry or just needs less going on. Part of the draw for this particular cleanser is that it claims to leave an undetected film on your face. Keyword undetectable, undetected. So that the ingredients stay on your skin and keep working. I've had no issues, and actually when I rinse this off, my face feels so clean and fresh and not stripped. I really look forward to using this because my face feels so fresh and clean after I use it. And I use it in conjunction with a BHA gel that I use about once, maybe twice a week. Again, depending on how often I'm using this. Really trying really hard not to overdo it because I really love acids. And yeah, so besides the like tiny bit of purging, which can happen, if you've ever tried acids, you know this, that it's okay and it's normal, and it went away very quickly. So that didn't worry me at all. When I use it, if I'm wearing makeup, I will double cleanse and I will use this instead of my water-based cleanser. So if I'm wearing makeup, I will take it off with oil and then I'll put this on. If I'm not wearing makeup, I'll just wet my face and put this on. It does say to apply to a damp face, which I always do, and I have really noticed a difference the few times I've forgotten and I immediately rinse it off and redo it. It doesn't spread very well. I noticed they recommend 1 pump. I use about 2 to 3 pumps. I tried 1 pump in the beginning and maybe my face is just kind of like really big, but it didn't get all around it didn't spread very easily. Or it spread, but it just didn't get everywhere my whole face. If 1 pump's not enough, maybe you just have a big face like me and you need a little bit more. And then so yeah, so basically I'll just like wet my face, kind of pat it a little bit dry with a towel so it's not dripping, 2 to 3 pumps, rub it all the way around, and then I'll leave it on for about a minute, which is the recommended amount of time. I was pleasantly surprised by how quickly I started to see positive effects. I mean, the only negative I've had is purging, which again was very minimal. And that may be because my skin was already used to acids. So I don't know if this is your first try, you might have a little bit more. I suggest looking into purging so you know exactly what to look for and know the difference between purging and having a reaction to a product. Very important. So you can immediately stop it if it's not purging. But that was the only negative I've had. Positive, I would say within the first couple uses is when I was already noticing brightening, especially like the morning after using it, definitely seeing a lot more brightening. It's really helped breakouts that are healing. It's helped them fade a lot faster. That's a big issue I have with once I have a zit or something that's, healing and it has like the red or brown spot. Those can take forever to go away on my skin, which I know is a common problem. But this has really helped to speed it up, which is fantastic. And I do also use vitamin C serum in the morning, so that helps as well. But I've seen a specific change while using this product, which is really exciting. A lot more even texture has been something that took, I would say, a few months into it. I don't have terrible texture, but I definitely wasn't noticing a huge difference in that. That took a while to kick in, which is pretty normal. So yeah, I feel like I rambled a bit there, but just to summarize it, I did see a change in overall brightness, a change in healing spots, healing faster, general texture, especially if I have a little breakout like on my chin, little tiny dots, little zits. I see those fading a lot faster. So yeah, all in all, I 100% recommend this. I am so happy. I was really excited when they launched it last year, and I'm so happy that I ended up loving it and there weren't any hidden effects that ruined it for me. I feel like this would be a great like jump into exfoliants, since it isn't just a pure exfoliant acid. Like you can kind of like just swap out your cleanser once a week and try it out kind of thing. I'm not an expert. I can't recommend personally for everyone, so I just really recommend doing your research before using. I really do love this. I think it does what it says it's gonna do, and it doesn't do anything else, and that's awesome. Oh, and one last thing I just realized, I did mention, I think a couple times at this point, that I have been using it for just over a year, about a year, I guess. My skin hasn't done that thing that sometimes happens where it gets used to it. I'm continuing to see those effects, even though I'm using it multiple times a week, and I haven't stopped using it multiple times a week. I would say it's been about 6 months that I've been using it that frequently, and I just continue to see these results. So that is everything. As usual, please let me know. I try to be as organized as I can with these, but I feel like every time there's always one thing I realize later that I forgot. So if you have any questions that I didn't answer, please let me know. You can comment down below. You can message me on my Instagram. I would be happy to answer your question, and if I can't, I will help you get to the right source. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you for making it to the end. If you liked this or found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more reviews just like this. And otherwise, I will see you in the next video. Bye.